take one or what?
It is McInteer or McInteer?
McInteer.
Really? Even though there's no A in the front?
McInteer Villa Village.
In Atchison, Kansas.
Kansas.
Welcome back to the Demonautica channel, your portal into the paranormal. And welcome to McInteer Villa in Atchison, Kansas. Tonight we are joined once again by Geo and... You good?
What, you're going to say it like that? McInteer?
Is it? Is it not?
You're judging the way she says
There's
it?
no A though.
Let me call her. Let me give her a call. Let's see what she says. McInteer.
I was about to have that in one take. Please, it's okay.
Literally, she was on a roll.
My bad.
Answer my call, Stephanie.
Hi, this is Stephanie with the McInteer Villa in Atchison,
She said it right there.
Please leave your name.
McInteer.
Yeah, she said McInteer. Push
Oh
it
my
for.
God, answering. Decline. Oh my God.
Jesus. So we're stuck on the intro.
Welcome back to the Demonautica channel, your portal in... My mouth made a weird sound. Did you hear that?
Nah.
Welcome back to the Demonautica channel, your portal into the paranormal, and welcome to McInteer Villa in Atchison, Kansas. We are joined once again by Geo and Chris. You guys excited for the night?
Very, very excited.
We're filming separate videos, so be sure to go check out theirs on their channel. They're gonna have 3 separate videos. They filmed yesterday, and we're gonna film more tonight, and they're gonna be alone tonight. I'll link all those down in the description. But before we get into tonight's investigation, let's learn more about the location.
She's been recording. Geo's still slacking over here.
My name is Steph O'Reilly, and I own the McInteer Villa in Atchison, Kansas. And
You didn't redo that now, but with no.
do you want me to do it? Okay. My name is Steph O'Reilly, and I.
Just slow zoom in on.
My name is Steph O'Reilly, and I own the 1889 McInteer Villa in Atchison, Kansas. And I'm going to walk you guys through and tell you a little bit about the house. I can't tell you a little bit about the house. The house was built in 1889, finished in 1 year for $14,000 for John McInteer. He was a saddle and harness maker from Ireland. He wasn't allowed to build his house on the rich side of town. He built his house on the hill with stained glass all around. This used to be the front door. So on the side of the house, which is now the back of the house, there is it's a plaque, or it's not a plaque, what's it called? His name is etched in the back of the house, says McInteer Villa. It faces the rich side of town as an FU because he had more money than they did, but he wasn't allowed to build his house on that side of town. The house was built in 1 year for $14,000, 9 documented deaths, 1 was a suicide. It was a boarding house from 1925 to 1952. And other than that, it's been a private residence until I purchased the house 7 years ago, January 2018. Okay. This was the front door when the house was built. There was a porch out this door. The house is on the historical registry, so to have it back, it has to be exact. But there's a picture of what the porch looked like when the house was built. This, I believe, is the second Mrs. McInteer. The first Mrs. McInteer, Alice, only lived here a year. He remarried 3 years later. Her name was Anna. She had 3 sons from a previous marriage. The youngest son, Charles, is the one that committed suicide in 1922. What do you got? You want?
Flushing.
So you didn't mess up our audio.
Before you walk
Yeah, I
out.
don't want to mess up your audio.
Is from Ellenwood, and I was just saying namaste, baby Jesus. I don't know why. This is the skeleton that turned its head. See, I'm trying to stay on track for you, Geo.
So this is the quickest it's moved so far. Just kidding.
So a few years ago, I was here with a friend. I hung I don't know, it was just some Halloween costume or Halloween thing up here. So I left. 30 minutes later, I had a notification on my phone that there was movement up here. This skeleton turned its head, and it was just really, really slow motion. Both eyes came out, his hat fell off, and they've been up here for like 3 or 4 years. This one has turned once. Now they move. It's not a big deal. But the way it moved and it just stared right at the camera was really weird. And there's no draft up here. That was paranormal. Obviously. Get that on camera. Last year, Josh Hurd from Malvern, and they were sitting here, and they were looking over, and they were showing the cabinets, or the cabinet was moving, and they were like asking it to move. It didn't do anything. Anyway, so I slept up here that night with some friends, and my head was facing this way, theirs was over here, and something was touching my arm. So I say, something's tapping my bingo wing, and then both of these opened up. So I don't know when they opened up recently, because they're normally closed. So I'll have to check the camera and see if it captured it. Because it's got the latch, so that's something to maybe pay attention to. So maybe I should believe people more. 8 inches. Okay, let's go.
That's why she's divorced. I'm just...
Maybe he shouldn't say this is 8 inches. So I told Sam and Goldie that, and then the next day I was talking to them, and they all kept saying 8 inches. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh shit. Oh god. One of them is my dad's uncle or something, great uncle, but it's because I'm an ass. It's so funny when people are like, and who are these creepy kids? And I go, family, thanks.
That's actually me when we're up here in the attic. We're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a silent challenge up here, just tune ourselves into the energy and see what happens. We're gonna work from the top down and just see how things go.
Roger.
I'm gonna go ahead and set maybe 15? Let's do 15 minutes up here.
Yeah. I'll set the timer. You're good. Since y'all both got the...
Already got it. Oh,
Yeah.
I do.
I'm already on it.
Well,
Hey Google, set my timer for 15 minutes.
good. Okay.
Okay, 15 minutes. Starting now.
You heard her.
Wait, you guys left the light on with it or what?
Yeah, the basement light.
It's hard to tell with a place like this if any of the noises are just like the place settling or...
That's what we mentioned yesterday as well, that it's such an old building.
Mm-hmm. You did the...
Oh no, I didn't do that.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, but I feel like it might have been like possible, like dogs or like whimpering outside
Mm.
or making noise. So like you wanted to stay like quiet for a certain amount of time or what?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to like not talk, but it's just good to
Feel the place.
and have a minute to just listen, I guess, and open up to the energy of the place.
Relax, kick back. Kick it with, who was it, George?
Yeah, George was the one that allegedly hung himself up here.
Right.
At 86, though, it still makes you wonder.
Yeah, that's mind-boggling. Like you said earlier, Chilla, like 86 years old, walking up these stairs and then committing that type of suicide, I guess people say, but...
I mean, it's very possible, but it does make you wonder.
Right.
But hopefully we can talk to you tonight and get some answers, maybe. Also, I know I'm the only one who hasn't been here yet. My name is Chella, and I just want to introduce myself to you. I'm here in full respect of you, just want to learn about you and your story, get to know you, spend some time with you.
Car outside.
Also, yeah, a lot of noises you guys are going to hear are going to be cars passing by.
Or kids playing outside late at night. Allegedly.
Or cats.
There's plenty of those around here.
Or people hitting cats, running over cats. Like Chris.
It was an accident.
The moon is like giving off a glare or what?
Is it?
Or light from the moon.
It's supposed to be the pink moon tomorrow.
Like if you put it on like no or turn off night vision into like regular, then you could kind of see the light right there from the window.
Not in mine.
She says not. She said not till I get a Canon XA60, or if you want to get the 70, that's the next best thing. I think it's even smaller than what this camera is. little bit more powerful.
Is there a mirror back there? Or is that another window?
I think it's all windows. I don't think she has mirrors back here. But I do want to close that door. I don't ever remember turning on any lights, but...
I got you. I got it. You're good. Can't see though. Fuck.
But yeah, for any other spirits up here, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with myself and Chris, but my name is Geo, by the way.
He's Chris.
And as Gio said, you should be familiar with us. This is our third visit here. And of course, we stayed here last night as well. But my name is Chris. If you remember us and you would like to knock, we'll be silent. Just please knock or give us a sign of where you're at.
We also hear that George likes to knock 3 times. And that's how we can single you out. So if you knock 3 times or tap 3 times, we will know that that's you. They took the silent challenge too literally.
Who, us or what?
No.
No.
Just in general, or what?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what silent as in no devices
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, right?
When I'm solo, I set an actual complete silence, because when you're focusing on sounds and stuff like that and talking, it's easy to miss some of the more subtle sounds, I guess. So when I'm alone, I do that, but then it's harder to convey what you're hearing and feeling. A lot of the little sounds I keep hearing are over that way, but they're small enough that I don't think it's anybody. I think it's just the place settling or something.
Or could it also be the clicks from the cameras that are turned on right now?
Oh, yeah, that could be that.
Because like anytime, because there is motion detection.
Detention.
There is motion detection cameras over there. That, you know, if it catches any movement, and of course it moves pretty quick and tries to capture it.
Like, is that what that just was, that sound?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Little click and like a little. That no, that's like.
Train, literally,
Yeah,
I think.
it's either the train or it's the shop right across. The warehouse. What do you call it?
The plant?
Yeah, the plant. It's like that. I don't think that was the camera.
Yeah, because I keep hearing. You don't think that was a
I
camera?
don't think that one was a camera.
Because I keep hearing that. That was my wrist that time.
Wait, did you mention already that we been on your channel before or no?
Yeah, the intro. Well, it was like, once again type of deal.
Oh, yeah.
Jim's blanking out. He don't remember.
Yeah, Geo and Chris were with us for Edinburgh Manor and Farrar Elementary. Oh my god.
That was my device over here. Farrar.
Farrar.
For our mansion or what? For our elementary school.
Was that our 15?
No, not yet.
See, like, did you hear that behind
Yeah.
you?
Was that wasn't
That was behind you and
that wasn't the camera?
I mean, there's a camera right here. That white dot that you could see right there.
Yeah.
From the IR, but like, it was more over here to the right where there's like no camera.
Mm.
So.
If it's you making those tapping sounds, could you try doing it 3 times in a row so we know it's you? And if it's not George, could you do it twice? I feel like when I look back there, it never happens. It's always when I'm facing away from it.
Yeah.
So the window's like, is it behind this pole?
And they're to the
There's even a window back there.
Yeah, I don't think there is a
There's
window
not a
back there.
window?
Oh, I can't even see right now where I'm stepping. Go based off the view fucking here.
So
There's no window. I'm gonna turn on the light real quick.
then, do you think there could be like,
Well, there's a window like at the very top right there, but like the noise was somewhere around here.
no, but there's, turn your light off again. Why is it not? That's weird. It like looked all glowy like it was a window back there, and now
Yeah, there's nothing.
now you can't see it. You can see the wood grain and everything now. It looked like there was a window. That's weird.
More cars.
There was somebody, I can't remember, who does challenges like a silent challenge, but he stays blindfolded the whole time.
Oh, so it just
Very
takes away all
solo.
his everything except for his hearing
Mm-hmm.
and smell, I guess.
Olfactory manifestations are always crazy, and you hope it's like roses or cologne or something, but it's not always that. Last night in the tunnels, it was BO, which was pleasant.
That doesn't sound pleasant. Sounds like Saturday night.
Kind of reminds me of like just being blindfolded, like in The Conjuring when they play hide and clap or whatever, you know.
Mm.
And the mom's trying to find the kids, like literally walking with the blindfold. She hears a clap, but it's not really her child. It's a spirit.
So we should do that tonight?
We are at a witch's castle, and Bathsheba was claimed to be a witch.
But
It's all
what?
fictional, or I guess a Conjuring based on a true story, but like the movie, you know?
The movie may be fictional, but it was a live event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all I can really hear, aside from the quiet tapping, is the plant.
Right. That's what kind of destroys this attic right now. It's just the plant being so loud.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can find a way to shut down the plant,
Yeah, like it literally has to be like dead silent.
yeah.
Will you see how long is left? Like the last minute, let's just be complete. Oh my god.
That's the last
Like
minute.
the last second.
Bunch of yeses.
What were you gonna say?
We should have just like an actual full minute of complete silence. Not allowed to talk.
Like starting like on the count of 3 or what?
Yeah. We don't have to count down, we could just shut up.
Alright, shut up. Then.
Huh?
Shut up.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, I
Okay,
thought.
is that what you said?
No, because like she said we could just shut up, so shut up or what?
And then he told me to shut up, so I did. And then you were over there still talking. Alright, if there's any spirits up here, we're gonna give you a...
Chris is all looking confused or what?
Mad
It's all
confused.
jokes, but yeah.
We're gonna be completely silent for a minute, and if you want to make any sounds, if you make them in a certain direction, maybe we'll go closer to that end of the building. Guess we really do have to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, shut up. Damn cars.
Right.
It's fairly quiet up here except for that and the little tapping that keeps happening on that end.
Right. Once again, it could just be
Because
the camera too.
Yeah, that camera being on when it's, because you said it's like motion.
Yeah, it's by motion, so if it thinks it sees something, and it could be just a car driving by with the lights, and you know it's picking that up,
Mm.
and then it turns and then faces that direction. Unless our skeleton friends are moving over there and we're just missing it all, you know?
Yeah. They're like, we're trying to do stuff for you, but
Right.
not paying attention.
So George, I guess before we leave the attic, is there any way that you could possibly open up those doors to that cabinet again? Stephanie closed them during our tour. Would you be able to open those doors for us? You're more than welcome to use any of the energy from our camcorders we are utilizing to give yourself some more power to open that if needed.
Like, did you hear that?
It's kind of like a louder one.
Yeah, but it was closer. I don't think that one was a camera.
Yeah.
Because that felt like it was like right here. Oh my god, my camera's shaking. But just with your own eyes, can you see that spot I was telling you about? Doesn't it look like, not up above, because I know there's a window right there, but down, there's like this hint of light, like you're seeing it through blinds.
Like
You
where
see
could
that?
be like a reflection of the windows from this side, or
I don't think so. Like if you follow the
follow the light though?
the brightness up here down to the left, there's like, I don't know, it looks like a window to me.
I think I can kind of see it, but I wonder if it's like just reflecting off the windows.
Yeah, let me step in front of the reflection over here and see if like you see my shadow.
Like when you walk.
Yeah, like if I walk by. See if there's any reflection that comes off. Corner.
It just looks like mad glowy over there to me.
You know what else? It could be that window reflection off
Is
this
there metal?
top window. 'Cause
It's
there's
wood.
a window up there, so I'm wondering if it's like reflecting down.
Maybe. It could be what that is. Alright, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and head to the marionette room, maybe? The marionette, I'm sure I talked about the history already, but it is made with real human hair. And when did it dates back to the 1800s, I believe. Where did she say she got it at? Was it just like an antique store again, or?
Insert plug here.
Some of the dolls too. Like she said, yeah, antique store. But that's, yeah, you can call it the doll room pretty much too.
Yeah, the doll room. Specifically trying to get that other marionette that looks way creepier than the one with hair. But we don't know if there's two of them in there, and we don't know if the second one has human hair or not as well. But let's go ahead and head there.
So this bathroom, a lot of people don't use these two bathrooms up here. They're very uncomfortable. Yeah, they're uncomfortable. This area is probably one of the most uncomfortable areas. That's me, I think. Okay,
Probably.
some people say portal. I don't know anything about portals, but I do know that, in my opinion, for me, this is the most uncomfortable area. If I spend the night by myself, like I said, I don't like the second floor. The shadows, they're, two girls here were, a few months ago, and they were in the hallway. That's my favorite place to be, is just sitting in the hallway in complete darkness and just watching the shadows or hearing where the noises are coming from. But they captured a shadow going from the right to the left across the ceiling, and then I got on the camera in the kids' room, and it didn't pick anything up. Something threw soap at me in the shower. The soap wasn't even in there. It wasn't even there.
You.
I don't even know where it came from, and I'm rapping Ludacris. I kind of joke with people, I'm like, the house hates Ludacris. And like when Sam and Colby were here and we were walking home, and I rapped Move Bitch to the doll standing there, and then the cat ball started lighting up, and I'm like, see, told ya. So anyway, in the shower, I'm singing Move Bitch, and something hit my arm, and then I heard it hit the tub, or the base of the tub, so I looked down, it's a half a piece of like bar soap, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just yellow, so I looked up thinking something fell from the ceiling, so I tasted it. Soap is self-cleaning, let's just say, but it was soap. I don't know where it came from. Anyway, so I don't know, that was from there.
I'll take a Dr. Pepper.
You know what?
What backstory do you have on any of the dolls, or what do you know about them?
Where'd this doll come from?
You don't know anything about that one?
I don't even know where it came from. I've not seen it before.
Go back to your back.
Is that not your that's not your dolls? That's not your doll? Really? It's
she
not?
Just bought a doll.
Is that your doll?
But it's not her doll.
That's not my doll.
I have no idea. I've never seen the doll.
So she just popped up. Her name's Lizzie. We investigated with her last night.
Did you guys bring her?
That's what her. We investigated.
You guys did, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was like, I've not seen her. Oh my God, you're making me feel you stupid asses. I would like everyone to know, for the record, it's filmed. This still works. See? It still works. Oh my God, it's still got it going on. Oh my God. Anywho, this is the most uncomfortable area for me.
Nice.
So, the balloons.
Lizzie tripped her.
Were you saying
Said
Lizzie?
Lizzie tripped you.
She did. I don't know much about the dolls. This doll I got at an oddity store in Omaha. I named him Thomas. They told me his name was Oliver. I just said, nope, it's Thomas. But I have gotten the name Oliver before and gotten the name Thomas.
Thomas last night, didn't we?
I don't find them creepy. I find them cute. Oh, there's a doll up here from Ellenwood. Right up there. I don't think that guy knew what he was selling me because he only charged me $5 for
Was it at the Emporium?
Yes.
That's where I just got my clown doll downstairs.
Did you? I probably saw it. That doll came from there, and the guy, I don't think he knew what he
Pants
had.
down
Oh, are they?
on the back.
But well, okay. Well, his arm's broken too. Okay, now here's what you see. You don't have to put this on your video. This looks like a little person from the Bronx in sanitation who says, "You want some sausage?" Does he not? You want some sausage?
Coffee?
You want some coffee? Okay.
What's that one from Russia?
Well, these two marionettes, I don't know if this one has human hair, but this one does. And that one called me a stupid dumb bitch. The one that's
That's
in
the
the
one in
case.
the case?
Yeah.
So you were right. The one in the case.
Oh, you were right about what? Stupid dumb bitch?
Yeah.
You deserve
You
that.
threw away
I was like, please only hit you. Please only hit you. Come on in.
Come on.
I'm gonna drop a leak while you guys do.
What does somebody spell? We don't cuss in this house. There we go. This is Esmeralda. I got her at an antique store in Arkansas when I first bought the house. I don't find her creepy. There was a night I had a girls' night here, and I asked, "Are you happy we're in here?" The response was,
Oh my God.
What'd you break, Geo?
"Oh, that cat ball's going off." In the case by Big Bird.
Oh, that's probably like my big back shaking it.
Could have been. Well, say that one, the one with Big Bird, he winds up, and so the reason I put a cat ball in there is because the music has played on the Big Bird before. I've only heard it once, but sometimes the rocking horse that plays music also, I'll take it out and put it in the hallway, wind it up, and sometimes, well, they say there are lots of kids here, I don't know, but when the music stops, sometimes the cat ball goes off. But you can take stuff out of here if you want. If that monkey goes off, house for sale. No. I don't want, no. Like, watch it start going off. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
So this marionette on the case, on the dresser, I don't know if she's got human hair or not. That one actually creeps me out way more than this one does.
I was gonna say that.
You think so too?
Yes.
There's something about it. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this one. Her head has toppled over a few times. They're not secure. I mean, it's a marionette, but I find this room the most comfortable room out of the second floor. Even though a lot of people don't like it, probably because of the dolls, but Twin Paranormal were here. They said that I told them something was attached to him, which I did not say. But they had their recorder and something said, or it told them to shut the fuck up. I'm like, I just got that at an antique store here in Atchison.
I guess, Chella, when you see this footage, is extra footage. If you want to insert. Huh?
Did you guys say something?
About what?
My name?
Yeah.
What's up?
No, you're good.
Oh, I was just talking to the camera.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I was saying, I mean, if you want to insert this footage, but yeah, we're just chilling up here for now. Chella went to go get her second battery, or I guess the other battery that's charged. Chris behind the camera.
Geo in front of the camera.
there's a EMF reader on top of this doll case right here, whatever. Or there's a doll there. Right now it's a solid green. But there's a spirit in here. There's truly a spirit up here. Could you go up to that green light that it's up there on top of that doll case? And get close to it, use your energy and set that off.
You hear that?
That's like human-like footsteps.
Think I see something?
Even scarier than a
Literally
ghost.
see a real you.
Always scarier than the ghost.
Ah.
Here is one of our marionette friends. This is the one that does date back to the 1800s. And for sure has real human hair. There's another one back there though that is a lot creepier in my opinion. If at any point you want to show yourself to me in one of these mirrors, I would really appreciate that. Oh god, it's me. That's scarier. You gonna tell us a scary story, Geo?
What?
Yeah, you're like holding the flashlight like
You want me to
this.
tell a scary story? Right, once upon a time there was three friends in a witch's castle, like we are currently.
Wow.
And
Perfect.
Poetic.
They were sitting in a doll room, and then all of a sudden they heard a noise.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. The first few words are always a calibration.
Crash.
To any of the spirits here, this is like a digital word bank. You can use this to talk out loud to us. Pretty much just has single words in it. But it gives us a way to communicate with you.
Yeah. That was my stomach, my bad.
Jesus. Way on the flashlight like that.
What?
Way on the flashlight.
Them. Who are we talking about?
But yeah, that EMF reader has been up there for quite a bit, and it spiked up to yellow
And those are brand new batteries, so.
or orange.
Just now again, or what?
Or no, like when
just
I told you
earlier?
a little bit ago that it spiked.
If there's anything attached to either of these marionette dolls in here, if you could let us know. You could say the word doll, or maybe move this balloon around. If you're not in this room, maybe you could go into that doorway and set off that REM pod. Just go up and touch that antenna or stand near it. See if you can make it light off.
You want to go give them an example or what?
For the REM pod?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so if there's a spirit out here in the hallway, go up to this device just like this, and it'll set off colors. It'll just detect your energy. So feel free to do so. Please.
I'm sure you guys are used to a lot of these devices, but it doesn't hurt to refresh your memory.
It's somewhat like mirror to mirror, but
Where?
not really, but like that mirror right here and then this mirror.
Oh, okay.
And then there's mirrors over here too.
Right, yeah. We're just surrounded by mirrors, like we're surrounded by the portal to paranormal.
Your portal into the paranormal or what?
This time it's our portal into the paranormal.
Welcome to our portal to the paranormal.
The obvious is actually never usually this quiet, which is interesting.
Which is actually a good thing because, you know, at the same time it's...
Maybe.
If something's here, you know, it could communicate, but if it truly isn't here, then,
Yeah.
you know, there's nothing for words to come through because who are we going to communicate with if there's nothing there? But I don't know. How does this work here?
Yeah, sometimes it feels like it just spits out random words, but if it's completely silent right now, who knows? All it said was them.
Them?
Yeah, that's the only thing that came through, and that was after the calibration.
Can you give us your name through that ovulus that Chella is holding on to right now? dictionary of words you could choose from. If your name's not in there, find one that's close enough. Like Bella.
Mila.
Is that what it was, Mila?
Yeah, Edinburgh.
You're right. It was Mila.
I don't know what it is, but I just don't feel that the energy is very intense any of the places that we've been in here so far. I don't know why. I just don't feel anything. The only place I've really felt anything was in the basement, which we'll be going to soon, but
We're here experiencing or what?
Hmm?
But like we're here experiencing. Like seeing what activity we can get up here.
Mm-hmm. If you're in here with us right now, could you set off one of our devices or make a sound for us? If not, we're gonna go ahead and try another room, because maybe that's where... What was that little beep? Was that your
That
cam?
was my case.
Okay. Or if you can let us know a room that you would like us to go to in the Avi list. That way we can go to a place that you want us to be in.
That's Chris breathing hard.
I feel like I heard something in the hallway a minute ago, but I don't know.
What did it sound like?
Like a single footstep.
There's someone in the hallway. Would you come into this room? The red light will not harm you entering this room. Feel free to make your presence known.
So quiet.
Yeah. Too quiet or what?
Mm-hmm. I just don't feel anything in here though either.
Right. It seems like super, super quiet and like no heavy feelings or anything like that.
Nothing, yeah.
The only thing heavy in here is my breathing.
I think there's no point in staying in a single location that you're just not feeling, so maybe let's move locations.
Where would you like to go next?
Do you want to continue here in the hallway or move down to Goldie's chair?
And then basement.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we want to do straight up just the hallway. Yeah.
The hallway, yeah?
Yeah, let's do that. Goldie basement. I feel like the most is going to be in the basement. So
You already stopped recording or what?
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me.
The hallway is my least favorite place to be. If I spend the night by myself, I don't come up here. What I tell people is fuck this floor. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this room is original. Honestly, I don't know who all is in the... I don't know where I'm going with this. You have some editing to do.
Yeah, because you already said fuck.
She said I could.
Just kidding.
I gave
She
her
said I
permission.
Oh, sorry.
I asked. Oh, sorry.
Just kidding.
I wrote off on her permission slip. It's okay.
Anyway, I don't know anything about this room. That was a good story. Somebody has captured a little girl voice in here saying, "Are you here to play with me right now?" Mm-hmm. No, I'm not. But for some reason, like I was saying downstairs, people with a gift. I don't have a gift, but for some reason I just don't feel it's a little kid. Any other kids that we've heard or captured, I kind of think they are, but for some reason I just don't think it is. The second floor just really freaks me out. The footsteps, the voices, shadows. The shadows on the ceiling, shadows. There's one on my Instagram page. It was actually in the middle of the floor, and I was on the main floor. Two girls were up here, and they were yelling my name because they were hearing knocking at both ends of the hallway. So I got on the camera to check to see what the noise was, and there was a shadow in the middle of the hallway, and it went down the hall and then up the wall. I don't know what, it looked like a crab, if you ask me. I think it was a ghost cat. There are ghost cats here. I don't know how many, but I think it was a ghost cat. I figured this might have stirred stuff up because I rearranged furniture yesterday. So I thought it might have stirred stuff up. Anyway, this room, I believe these three rooms connected. I believe it was the primary bedroom suite. This I call Lucy's parlor because my dog's name is Lucy. There was no Lucy attached to the home. But this room, full-on conversations. Somebody has seen a full-body apparition going into the closet here. People have heard women singing, humming, talking. I don't really investigate this room. My thing is the hallway. But this room in here, this is the primary bedroom. This is Rita. I don't even know. What?
Actually?
No.
Wait, this is Rita? Oh,
What,
at first I
this
thought.
one? No. I don't even know where I got her. But somebody named her Rita, and then somebody put a wig on her too. So anyway, Rita. That's Rita. The primary bedroom. I don't have many pictures of the families that lived here, but this is Charles Conlon. He is Mr. McInteer's second wife's brother. He is the one that found his nephew Charles after he shot himself. So I just assumed this would have been his room because the primary room, he would have been the man of the house. People have captured some creepy pictures, some creepy shadows in this mirror. 5 fireplaces, all original. All of this just makes zero sense. Oh, there we go. Dad, stir shit up. So there's my dad. There's Ernie in the urn. I wouldn't have the house without him, so I don't want to exclude him from my tour. He co-signed without even seeing the house 7 years ago, and so don't embarrass me, Dad. The shadow person with glowing eyes. It's on my Instagram. It's one of the creepiest photos. Which also is kind of nice about the cameras being all over the house. There's a group here. There's an event. They were all in the kids' room. Someone took a picture down the hallway, and there is a full body shadow person standing right here, and he has glowing eyes. I don't know who it is, but something just kind of goes back and forth between these two. The door handles jiggle. This door opens up on its own. This room, I believe, is where the suicide was. It's either, I believe, in my opinion, I think this room or that bathroom, and there's a bathroom at the end of the hall. They used to be one room, so like a 2-room suite. So October 10th, 1922, Charles Donovan shot himself in the right temple with his own .22 caliber rifle, and it lodged in the left side of his brain for 2 hours, and then he died. I don't have a picture of him, but I have, oh. Please get this on your picture. Sorry. That's my friend Melissa and Wendy. We were at some location, I don't know, Illinois or something. And I just did this to piss them off. Anyway, there's a picture under here of Peter Donovan, which is Mr. McInteer's oldest stepson. This is also Peter Donovan. I found this on eBay. That's his wedding announcement. This is Fred, the middle son. Charles is the one that took his life. He was in World War I. This uniform is from World War I. That's the exact patch from his unit. He contracted the Spanish flu in 1918 in France, never in battle, went straight to the hospital, came home in 1919, and then he shot himself October 10th, 1922. Is the carriage house. So the 2-car garage used to be a 2-story carriage house. I was told the servants lived in the 2nd story of that. Some people think that the servants might have lived in the attic because he was a pretty well-known saddle and harness maker, so he probably would have had a caretaker living out there, but I have no idea.
All right, we're in the hallway now. We're gonna try to get some activity in here. I'm just not feeling a lot in this whole upper area, but we set a REM pod in this doorway.
Ghost hunting's hard.
Is there anyone out in this hallway that wants to speak with us? Or if you want to make a noise in a certain room for us?
Plate, placebo, wire, nail.
This is just the calibration. We'd love to be able to communicate with you. Telepathy. Oh, you're trying to telepathically communicate to me?
Right.
Birds maximum.
Sacroraz.
See, that's why I think it just spits random stuff out, because we got Sacro-Res about 7 different times at the prison.
Did you?
Yeah.
So do you want to try the Spirit Talker? And see what kind of stuff you get from the Spirit Talker?
Yeah, I might do a necrometer.
Necrometer. I could put necrometer on mine.
Nectar meter.
I could do necrometer for you.
I was trying to see if there were like birds in any of these pictures or anything though.
Oh, there is right here.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. Just kidding.
Oh, damn it. Why would you do that?
Sorry, I'm a jokester.
Alright, we're gonna use a different piece of equipment to try to talk to you. Once again, you can still just talk out loud. This one you can say single words or a whole sentence.
14.
14. Say
Probably. Or if you're able to make a sound in the room that you're in, so we can go in there to try to talk to you, please go ahead and do that for us. It'd be crazy to like see somebody peeking through the bars on the stairs right there. It'd be wild.
Right. Or just see a shadow that's not ours walk by.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. We have the security cam over here, so this could have been picking anything up while we've not even been in the hallway. But only editing me will know.
If there truly is a spirit up here right now, can you set off this red device on the floor? Or that has a red light on it?
Oh Jesus, that mannequin in here scared me. Wait, there's a mannequin in this one, right? There's a mannequin in this one, right?
Oh, in that room that you're in?
Yeah.
No.
There's not a mannequin in here?
Nuh-uh. I'm just kidding. There might be.
Like where?
No, there isn't. Why? What was that?
Wait, what was that noise, bro?
I don't know. Listen.
Wait, like where? Like, wait, let me see.
She still has the cams on, right?
Yep.
Do we need to have like a timestamp
that's
stamp for her?
Yeah. Just whatever the time was. I'll screenshot it real quick.
There isn't.
Tragic end.
That was-
Tragic end.
That was a full apparition, like I'm not fucking around. It was somebody with like these whitish boots that like kind of went up their leg.
Uh-huh.
It was like whitish tan. Welcome.
Like right here inside?
Are you trying to welcome me into your space? Yeah, I thought there was a mannequin in this one.
Like next to the camera or what?
Like right there.
Oh, I didn't know the camera
Right
picked that
here.
up then, because that'd be off
Hmm?
to the side of it. Because the camera's facing this way, like our way.
See it at all? Because you could see like the boots like right about here standing. That was like a full apparition.
Contains these letters.
It
contains these letters.
What
Your
letters
name?
are they containing? Could you give us a letter?
Or are you talking about the room with all the Scrabble pieces? All the letters?
I don't know if it was an orb, but like something white, like fast. What, like when Chris turned either that way or this way? The hand gestures or what?
Yeah.
But like there was a
When it's
orb right there.
necessary.
Yeah. Unless it was like a piece of dust, but it was like fast.
Fast dust.
Yeah.
What about Festus?
That was freaking crazy.
Intermissions.
Intermission.
Starts with
T.
Intermission starts with T. It contains these letters.
It contains these letters, starts with T.
Didn't they say that they got the name Thomas a lot?
Well, yeah, Thomas was one of them.
Thomas? Is that you, Thomas? Intermission.
Wait, what exactly has it said like before?
Tragic end. Welcome. It contains these letters. Intermissions. Starts with T.
Thomas, if that's you, could you say your full name to us? Or at least give us the second letter in the sequence of your name? Ruth?
Ruth.
Okay, that's fucking weird.
What?
Ruth is a very, very prominent spirit we got over and over and over and over again on the Ovulus at the prison museum.
Oh, nice.
And she's the one who was saying Sacra Res. But we got that on the Ovulus, and now yours is saying that.
Right. And
I don't know,
a device
that's-
that didn't go with you at that time.
Yeah.
Hold up.
indisputably.
Indisputed.
Yeah, because that's your phone, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is my necromonitor.
Necromonitor.
Necromonitor. My necromonitor.
Bound by hatred.
Oh.
Hatred.
Bound by hatred. Do I have another attachment? Fuck.
Like when you showed a word, kind of like another piece of like white orb or whatever.
Oh, by me or what?
Yeah, but it's hard to tell. Like it could be dust, but.
And I am in front of a mirror.
Ruth, are you a spirit of this land or somewhere else? Were you who I just saw in this room a minute ago?
Could it be like a reflection off the cross or what?
Hmm?
I don't know, cause well, the first one was like for sure not, cause like you can literally see it move that way like that or something like that.
Could you show yourself again to me in this room?
Could you possibly tell us white boots in this device?
We must stay.
We must stay. Can you do that for us? Could you tell us white boots? You said she was wearing white boots.
Or describe the place that I just saw you? What are you doing there?
Oh, that was a half yawn.
No, with your fingers.
Nipping. You seen that or what? I forgot you're in night vision.
Yeah, I like hella zoomed into it too. It looks fucking weird. Grabbing the stair titty.
The stair titty is exactly what I was thinking. I was like,
You like full on clawed it.
Don't come here if you have big titties or what.
Garnet House. Shout out, Justin.
Yeah, because I mean, even like when we came here the second time to McInteer Villa, we set our REM pod in the middle of the hallway,
And, we're
and
going off
Chris and I were like
constantly.
around here, this area right here, and yeah, the REM pod. Like I literally asked it if there's a spirit in up here, could you set off that REM pod twice, and it did it twice, like on command.
On command, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
That was me.
maybe we had an active night, and like all these haunted locations, they may or may not have.
As much activity
Yeah.
on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, it could be different every single night.
Right.
You never know what you're gonna get.
That's why-
Be their sleeping day.
Yeah, that's why it's always good to return to places, because you can't judge a place just the one time you go. You have to like keep going.
That's why too, like, I wanna eventually do investigations where I stay like even a week at the same location.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because also if you have random people coming into your space all of the time, and you only have one day with them, it's like you're not gonna get to know a real living person, yeah, just after one day of being with them, or trust them enough to open up to them. So it makes more sense to spend more time at a single place.
It does.
And then, of course, everybody always talks about different hot spots and things like that, but
Everybody's hotspots are different.
yeah.
Like you could be drawn into a certain location, like how when we did the walk doing, you said
Absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely,
Confirmation.
right? And then of course, like how you said down in the basement, you feel more connected down there.
Yeah.
And others, they feel like non-connected.
There's a specific room in the basement that I was immediately drawn to. And I guess it's one of the more active locations in the building that people think is really creepy and don't like it as much. But I'm wondering if that's where we should go. After Goldie, of course, but
Yeah, okay.
Area.
area? That's the area we should go?
But it's spelled A-R-I-A.
Oh, Aria?
Yeah. But it sounded like
Area? I was like,
Riverbank.
Riverbank. Now we're getting into obvious mode or what? Random word spinning out.
if you want us to go into the basement here soon, could you say basement? Or down or something similar? Alright, well, let's go down to Goldie's chair. Yeah?
It's perfect time.
Yeah.
You got 5 seconds.
Alright.
Let's do it.
But to see more of the... But... But wait, there's more. I'm never gonna make it through this outro, am I? Forget the but wait part. You're gonna have to wait until next Friday at 2:22 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm good at this. I know how to YouTube. Yeah, I'll see you next Friday for part 2. Love you, bye.